Hey guys, you're watching One and Only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a City. Today, we're going to be building another skyscraper. It's been ages since we've done one. It's not going to be a tall one or nothing. In fact, it's going to be probably one of the shortest ones, probably around that height, if not a little bit smaller. But I've had a load of people in the comments section asking for a skyscraper that joins up to another one with like a sky bridge, and I thought here is the perfect location. Right, we done one in the old city back on Xbox 360, and it looked really cool. So we're going to have a skyscraper, well, a large building. I'm not going to call it a skyscraper as such, I don't think. It's not going to be quite tall enough. It's going to be about here. We need to be careful because we don't want to overshadow the terrible gherkin, which I don't think I like. That might be coming down. And we've also got the butt of the crane here, so we can't go all the way up because we might get too close to that and it'll look weird or maybe even hit it. So I'm thinking about sort of halfway up. And we've got enough space for it there. And then we'll have on the other side another one, which is going to be thinner, but made out of the same blocks and the same style, so they look like matching buildings, and then joined together with the sky bridge, hopefully sort of just above the train track, so when you're driving under it, it sort of feels not like claustrophobically close, but so you can see it when you're like on the track, and like it's obvious that they sort of join up, like multi-layered. I think that'll be cool. So to do that, we're going to need, not gravel, go away, we're going to need some bricks for the bottom layer, and then we're going to go a little bit more modern by going with snow blocks and some either cyan blocks if I want to go a little bit grey, or if I want to go, I don't think I want to go black. I mean, we could use this for black if we wanted a real contrast, but I think that and cyan. I might even throw in some grey wool as it's a little bit dark. What's that? That's darker. Stone is darker. I don't like to use stone in buildings because we use it for the roads so much, but if we can use it as like a subtle colour change, I won't mind as much. For the moment, I think that should do, okay? And then what we'll do is afterwards, because the building's going to look a little bit flat, I think, we might have to put some windows and stuff on it afterwards. Let's turn these shaders off. Also, while we're placing this down, let's have a talk about some possible future episodes that are going to have to be coming up soon. We're sort of forced into it, and that's what I call housekeeping episodes. And that's where we've been, or I've been, it's not a we, it's an I, have been lazy and haven't like fully completed some sections that really do need completing. Things like the tunnel that goes through to the racetrack, or the tunnel that goes through to the like Space Center side, and what do you call it, recycling plant. We need to put a load of trees down up in the mountains. Around here, for example, I want to put a base on this crane. I've been saying it for nearly 100, or probably more than 100 episodes now. I want to extend this fence in the dirt so this all becomes one giant work spot, because we can't build anything in here anyway. So what's the point of leaving it sort of blank for something to be built in? Let's just extend all this dirt and stuff along and make it one big building yard. Spread these out a little bit so they don't look quite as tight and claustrophobic. And make it an actual building yard. Same as around here, you know, we're not going to be able to build anything in here. Let's tidy it up. You know, now we've got this, well, once we've got this skyscraper in, it'll be a lot easier. We'll be able to put some paths down, some nice benches, some trees, some walkways, some paths and cut-throughs and stuff like that. So it's something that sort of needs to be done. Nobody enjoys doing that kind of thing. But I don't want to leave it completely off camera. I want to sort of keep you guys in the loop with it. Now, back to the skyscraper. So yeah, that'll be interesting too. I also want to, hold on, I want to be able to extend the mountain. I think I've decided that that is something that I want to do. You know, the big snow mountain that we've got over there. When we're in the world, it doesn't look too bad. Although, yes, it is a little bit small. I could live with the size of it. Now, however, when I'm looking at the overview map and I sort of stand back and really sort of gauge it, it is obvious that it is way too small, and I don't like it anymore. I think I want to make it a lot bigger. Now, we do have the airport runway, or the airport and the runway in the way, which might pose a little bit of a problem. We'll have to wait and see. Obviously, I want enough space for the planes and stuff to be able to take off on the runway still. But if a sacrifice needs to be made, we're going to have to make it and sort of do something that sort of wins for both of us, so we can both take a plane or take off a plane, but also have the mountain looking a little bit larger. I think there's a lot more possibilities that we can do with a larger mountain as well. We can hide stuff in it, superhero bases, all of that kind of stuff. I think it'll be interesting, and I'm quite looking forward to it, but it's just something that we're going to have to do when the time comes. So some exciting episodes coming up, and some maybe I wouldn't class boring, but maybe some not as progressive, shall we call it, ones coming up. So I'm going with like trying to go with a bit of a different sort of window style here, right? We've got our normal 3 block wide, 2 block high window, but on the bottom floor I've gone with like an N shape, but on the top I'm going with a U shape, so they're sort of inverted. I think it could be pretty cool. The base of this skyscraper is in brick, but as you get just above this height, really, it'll actually change up to a black and white. I think it'll be pretty cool. So we've got a nice sort of amount down below. Is that close? That does feel very, very close to that bridge, doesn't it? I can shift it along. Let's shift it along. While we're at these early stages, it makes it a lot easier to. That one. 2. Yep. If I shift this along by 1. Okay, so there's only 1 in there, and I do the same here. I do that. No. Let's shift it away from this side. 1 more block. So if we do that one again, and this one. So now we've only got 1 block between each door frame, which is fine, but we've just moved it away from the bridge by 2 more blocks, and I think it makes a lot of sense. I think it was maybe a little bit close. Okay, beautiful, nice and easy. The rest of this should go without a hitch. Now we can just go there to here, set brick, and then we'll plug out the windows ourselves. There and here. Okay, I can plug out the windows at a later date. For the moment, let's just get this thing off the ground quite literally. Okay, so now we're going into the windows section. Now I'm going to put, I think we're going to go to here with the what? No, I want to go, I think there with the white, and then here with the grey / black. Now we'll use this for the moment, and then we might end up putting in some darker, maybe even black blocks to really contrast off some difference, because at the moment that's blending into that. I'm not really liking it. When the whole skyscraper goes up, it might lose that, which will be a good thing, but for the moment I'm not a huge fan. So we're going to have the windows come up like this, and it's going to be cool. It's going to be one of these skyscrapers where the windows sort of wrap around the side, not all the way. We'll go to about here, I think, and then we'll put those up like that. Bring that along there. You know, here we might here we might use the cyan in between these windows. Oh, look at that, like a 2 and 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 a 2. Ah, but I need to have a, we'll do that one and that one, and then I got 2 white blocks, 2 snow blocks before the cyan, and over there we've got 2 white blocks before the cyan. Yeah, I like that. And this is going to repeat up quite a way. We sort of can just keep going up until we say it's high enough. So let's say, how many blocks is that? 4 blocks. Get up there. I don't know what the easiest way to do this is. Probably, let's just stand here. We'll do it the slow way, but the easier way to be able to do it. Paste. Whoops. Do I want 2 blocks or 1 block between each one? Probably 2 blocks, but I think I want 2 blocks under the bottom one as well. Let's grab that and grab that. Let's have a look from the outside. See that how that's got 2 blocks between it, but that's only got 1. I think it'd be better if we pushed it all up. Cut. Oops, I clicked. Paste. So I've just lifted it up by 1, giving us 2 blocks underneath now. I think it's going to make more sense to like symmetrical to everything then. Yeah. That one. To that one. And ooh. And now if I only go up by 3 blocks, we should be able to copy 2 at once. And then I can keep an eye if I'm standing back here on how high we are. 1, 2, 3. Paste. Undo. We'll go from here then. Ah! Paste. Undo. What is going on today, hey? That's better. And probably 1 or 2 more. Paste. Why have I only got... Okay. I'm getting it to work somehow. Should we go 1 more up? 1 more. There we go. Okay. Put 1 more of these on top. And I think we're at a good height. If we go back over here, this is sort of our guide, our eye line of when we're going to see the building the most. So if we go from here, it should make the most sense. You know, I think that's good enough for the windows, but I think adding a little bit on top wouldn't hurt, and just going it in a different style. I am using a inspirational picture for this one of a real building, of a real skyscraper. It's quite funny how we always start off with being close to what it sort of originally looked at, but then within like 10 or 15 minutes we veer so far away you can't even tell that an original image was used for this. It's just the way we like to build. Okay, so if we went something like that, and then we went something like... Let's go 1 more. We'll do that one. And that one. And then we've got 2 blocks between it, the same as these windows have 2 blocks between it. Yeah. Like that. So just added a little bit more on the top there, but in a different style. And I think that's a pretty good height now. We're getting a bit close to the bottom of the crane here. We don't want to get too close to that. There's a nice amount, sort of 20 block difference, but I think we're close enough that I don't want to get any closer to it. And then this side of the building, you know, I am going to do in black. I think it's going to be a real nice contrast between the black and the white. I think we're also going to be different, and I'm going to plug it out by a couple of blocks, even around this side. We're just going to overhang it just a little bit. It's not overhanging enough that we need to worry about like supporting it and having blocks to sort of, you know, join up to this part. It's not that much of an overhang, but it's just going to be enough that it gets rid of the flatness that we're going to have otherwise. And then we can go up here. Now with this one, it's going to go up to the same height, approximately. Let's just go to there for the moment. And do I want the windows to wrap all of the way round on this one? We've already got it wrapping round on that side. Do we want to on this side? See, the original building has like a windows that go up here. Okay, and they go all the way up there. And then here they have like a little balconettes that come out. It doesn't bulge out like we've got it bulging out. We've put that in ourselves. But it has these little sort of balcony areas that go up, and it would actually look quite nice. Should we do it? Like, we're going to have to... Going on to black blocks, though, is tricky to find a block that's going to work. Like, we could have that as, like, the doorway. But then we might have to use a white slab to do something like that. And we'll just come up by 2. And then we get maybe blue glass panes. Like that. Going all the way up. Or these ones. I think it blends better in with the black. I don't know if I like the blue. We might change that up to white. I use blue because they seem to have a little bit of a blue hint on the original picture. But I think that's mostly the sort of reflection of the sky more than the colour of the glass. Yeah, oh no, I like the white better. I think the white goes with the whole colour scheme a lot better as well. Okay, we'll do that, and then that should leave us perfect space for another window on the side here. Apart from these probably should be up on that layer. That way the windows are at a different height to the door, right? Do you know what I mean? Like we can even raise the door up, and now it looks like it all makes sense. Now to get the next door in, we're going to have to put this line along first. And then have that going up there, because we need a blocks different at least to be able to put this in without it looking too close. And then that goes on there, which means that one has to be filled up and that one taken away. So we end up with 3 blocks between each window. It goes out of sync with the rooms, the apartments next to it. But I'm thinking if we could get some sort of colour wrap on there, that would look even more awesome. Pick a colour. We've got red, blue, yellow, all of them. Green is grass, and I don't like to do green buildings all that often. I just want like a little touch of colour. I think it'd look really nice. We done orange like last episode. Let's try a pink. It's a little off from red. It's going to be nice. It'll tie nicely in with the brick. What if we ran it either on this block here? You know, that could work. It might look a little bit weird at the moment, but I could see the future. Or we could do it in line. I don't like it as much in line. I liked it better. I don't know if I 100%... Ooh. Ooh. We're going with that. We're going with that. It's grey. It makes sense with the rest of it. Yeah, that's what we're doing. And by doing this, by putting those dividers in, it distracts the eye that this is out of sync with these windows. We could change these windows to be in sync, but then we'll have 3 blocks of gap between each one, and it won't look good at all. So I think that is a really, really good compromise. Okay, around this side, I don't know, what should we do? Like, we need to end it pretty soon because we need the sky bridge to come into it somewhere. We won't get it obviously all done today. But if we went up there and there, so we have 2 windows on the side going up. Okay, I'll tell you what we'll do, guys. Let me cut away. Let me get all of that up, the whole distance. Let me get the windows on the bottom floor, and then we'll just be at a point where we can sort of carry on, okay? I think this could work, don't you? I think that looks really cool, going all the way up. You're no longer distracted by the windows being out of sync. In fact, you don't even notice it at all anymore. I've got the windows around the bottom here. I went with a 2 and a 1 on that side. I went with a 3 on that side. I forgot to poke the holes on this side. But on this side, I mirrored the front, so we can have a front door and a back door on here into the bottom receptionist area. It feels like a little bit more of a apartment complex than business because of the balconies. You don't see many like offices with balconies. So I think this is going to be more of an apartment building, but I think it looks pretty cool. I've also staged the top here, so let's take those out. So this black side is going to be a little bit lower than the white side. I think that way we're not cutting it all off at the same point and trying to sort of gel the ceiling into one. I think it's going to look a lot better like this. Now, around this side, let's do the other half of the white. Obviously, we want it to come out to the same point, so the black side is exactly on half and the white side is exactly on half. But how we do the windows from here I think what we're going to do, because obviously I've got a picture of only that front, so from now we have to sort of think of our own inspiration and stuff. I think what I want to have is a straight window that doesn't go all the way. Okay, so like a window, we carry on this design, but we have a little break in it, like how we've got this 2-block break, and then it starts again. We might even do like a one of these as like an actual physical divider that goes up before we then have 2 white blocks again. So we have 2 white blocks on the right side and 2 white blocks on the left before we go into windows that go, let's count out how far they could possibly. We've got that to that for our room, and then we can have that one, that one, that one, and I've got 1 block left over. That's a real shame. The only thing that I can think of is to shove it over by that way by 1. So we do this instead, and you might be thinking, but AJ, you've now got an odd number. You've only got 1 on this side and 2 on that side. Well, you know what the easiest way to solve that is? Double this up. Make this one 2 blocks thick. Who said that has to be 1 block thick? Okay, so now I've got 1 block on that side, 1 block on this side, and still 2 blocks at the far. Well, I ain't got 2 blocks on that end because it wraps around the corner. But if we done it like that, I could even stop it. No, I think I like it there. And then on this side, because it's not going to wrap around here either, we can put this here. Run that across. And let's see where this joins up. We have to add a block along the bottom here. And let's go. We'll start from this side because this is the more important side in the corner if it doesn't line up exactly. So we're 1 block out. So what we'll do is move that over there. Move that over there. Take that away. And fill that up. And we'll just have 2 single windows on the back here going up instead. I think that'll work. I think that'll be really, really cool. It's a nice, easy way to fix a lot of the problems that we'll have. And let's have this coming around the back here. Add another layer on there. We'll keep them obviously in sync with the other white blocks, otherwise it would look totally weird, catastrophic. And then we'll start copying and pasting it up. There's going to be an interesting part here, because we're going to have the sky bridge, but I've curved around this black section already. So do we take this black section, copy it and paste it onto this side, and then have a white section in the middle? Ah, that would look awesome. Yes, that would look so good. Right. Copy. I don't know if we're going to have time to do today. I might have to just get this part up and then hang up our coats for today and come back next episode. That's way too high. That's better. Bunk. 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 So we're slowly, what was it? That one? I should have really copied when we had 2 or 3 floors instead of going up 1 by 1. It doesn't matter. They look. There we go. We're here. Are we there? Yeah, we are. We're there for this part because then this part is a little bit different, isn't it, from here? So let's put the divider in. I really like these kind of dividers on buildings, especially on really tall skyscrapers. Having a vertical line going all the way up really just helps out. Okay, I'm happy with that. I think that looks really cool. It's a really good start. I don't like the transition from the white from the brick here, so we will put some sort of division up here. I mean, it might even be as simple as doing this and joining it up to that one. See how we've already got it there. It just breaks up the 2 colours then. Look at that. Boom. It looks a lot better. If you guys enjoyed the episode, hit that like button. If you didn't, feel free to subscribe. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye!